right, we're going to talk about Battleworld and Null. There's some pretty good changes to the Blue ISO store. We also got some changes to the Strike store. Now let's talk about two images we got right here for Battleworld. This is an interesting one, and there's been a lot of talk and conversation about this spiral pattern. This was an image given to the envoys, and it was also shown in the new community manager release. Strike Fox is amazing. Got a cat. Gotta be amazing if you got a cat. We know how you feel. We know how I feel about cats. But anyways, this spiral right here, Dorky Dad was suggesting that that is the symbol, like right here, and that is known to be the symbol of Null, the spiral emblem. So maybe this right here has something to do with Null. That's what Dorky Dad is saying. Let's take a look at new community manager here and also Pathfinder. Now, we've got two new community managers, and I just want to say something real quick. I know a lot of people say the game is dying, and we're going to go over a post because there definitely is a major pivot in the game that I think is not good. But my numbers here on YouTube are through the roof, and thank you for subscribing. I'm getting more subscribers, like almost triple the amount of subscribers per month than what I was getting 6 months ago. Dorky Dad has told me the same thing. Views are up. I mean, we got two new community managers, and they're trying to give us a graphic update. I feel like those things suggest the game is going in a better direction. But I want to talk about this post here because it feels like there's been some slippage from the big changes that they made some time ago back, which probably have fueled all these good things that I've been talking about. But in the intermediate term, some very bad things have been happening, and this might reverse. 10 recent flags in Marvel Strike Force. I've been very happy with the direction of Marvel Strike Force since the GM, Ryan Jacobson, took over. I agree. There was a year of player-friendly change after player-friendly change. I agree. It was incredible. I was proud to tell people I played Marvel Strike Force and how I could recommend people to play the game. In fact, when people would pop into my chat and they say, hey, I'm thinking about returning, I have never said, come on back. I've been telling people to come on back. Specifically, the availability of yellow stars makes it easier to catch up. They've improved the new player experience. But I've been saying, yeah, come on, the game's been better. However, been a lot of red flags in Marvel Strike Force right now concerning the direction of the game and how it may be reverting back to its old ways. The bumps change was buried in a mail, so most people will never see it. So what this is they buried it in an in-game messaging. They didn't tell the envoys. They didn't make a post. You had to scroll like 6 things down. And starting with Annihilators, they're delaying the access to bumps, which is the basic orbs, the ultra store, the ultimate store, mega orbs, and premium orbs, and then the supply shop for 2 months. They're making it 2 months longer. The Hank event was 25 days after his release. In the past, he would have been 10 to 14 days after release. Not only that, but the Hank event was after the Captain Britain event finished. No one's going to get 310 shards from the Hank event. It was to withhold and punish spenders who didn't buy 310 shards of Hank. And Rastalin Steven made this post. He also sent me a link to a spreadsheet, and I believe this is his spreadsheet. He might be sharing it with some other people. Same thing right here. We can see that there's this time to the event historically is gone 13 days, 10 days, 6 days, so on. And then we have this massive change on the Hank PIM. And we're going into a situation where the Gladiator event will be at least 20 days since his release. Some bugs are not being fixed. The devs have starting a good job of fixing bugs. The biggest sign that this has changed is that Red Hulk is still getting safeguard on node 3 of Dark Dimension 7 when players use Apocalypse. This has been bugged for 5 months, and yes, it was reported multiple times to the devs. I noticed that I believe they fixed the Ares safeguard bug for the passive, but that wasn't working right. There's some minor issues with North Star. There's been some talk and some videos of like gore removing battlefield effects, and yeah, the icon disappears, but some of them still stick around, like taking away Mephisto's battlefield effect, and then you still can't rewind them with like super scroll. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of weird. Like, I've noticed that quite a bit. Orcus raids do not have the tech and mystic sections last. Past few incursion style raids, Boundless listing player feedback, be more player friendly. Recently, they would put those sections last. And there was some pushback from envoys and others about this initially. And they put them square like 2 and 3. Now they made them 2 and 4. But that's still not 4 and 5. I'm talking about the order of them, you know, the 5 different sections where the mystic and the tech. Now, tech is going to be the booger for sure. Cosmic Crucible is being over monetized. The last time they did this is by stifling Theorycrafter with things like New Warriors being designed to counter the Tangled Web Eternals in a specific room. This time they did it by paywalling Captain Britain, which was horrible. And given the difference between 3-star Britain and a big CB, it seems that it may be unnecessary to prevent free-to-play from unlocking Captain Britain. Yeah, and this is true. Like, I know I've been seeing screenshots of like 7-star Captain Britons in Crucible attacking into Mephisto Spider Society and winning. That does not work with a 3-star. There is such a drastic change between a 3-star and a 7-star. So why didn't they just let the free-to-play players get it? I mean, he kind of feels like Zombie Juggernaut. You just need a large one, right? Seemed to be necessary to prevent free-to-play from unlocking, similar to the difference between free-to-play Epic Jugs and a Spender one. Oh, he mentioned that. All right. And yes, there is a difference monetizing and over-monetizing. Superior 6 and Cabal were great for CC, especially for your theory crafting. Boundless made their money spendings, had early access to the teams, and Spinners had bigger versions of the team. And I don't know if he's going to mention here, but, you know, this was, you know, just direct paywall to Captain Britain. They did the same thing in some ways with Old Man Logan. You know, the first event, you know, they kind of sprung on us that, you know, the stargating, you know, 5-6 stars on the unlock teams, which was like Cabal and Out of Time. Boundless attempt to make the last pocket dimension pay to play. Yes, they relented and changed it, not changed the fact they attempted to do it in the first place. Some in Boundless thought this was a sound idea. Dark promotion credit economy makes no sense. The number of DPC characters keep going up, and the DPC cost of characters are going up. The DPC income, especially for free to play, yeah, if you don't buy the battle passes, has remained completely stagnant. I would argue that actually gone down since around the time of Summer of Thunder, when DPCs used to be in the monthly events. The Cosmic Crucible rating system doesn't work right. The Cosmic Crucible store is overcrowded with too many new and key characters. Yeah, well, Black Knight and Penny, and there's other ones in there. Nightcrawler's in there. There's a ton of great characters, and the Cosmic Crucible is now like the most stressful store. It used to be like the War store was the most stressful. Now it's the Cosmic Crucible store. I'm sure there are more things they could think, but the point is made. People will probably consider the Stargate Element Lung trial as a red flag as well. Well, I mentioned it. It's not to say Boundless is still making changes that greatly benefit players. I have more T4s than ever thanks to Spotlight raids, and the recent rewards buff fixed a sorely outdated power core economy. Just the red flags I'm seeing to me worry player-friendly changes like these may be the exception going forward. Sorry, Pathy, but welcome to Boundless, and that's a shout out to Pathfinder, who, this is a good thing, by the way. Pathfinder, being you know, a content creator, a member of the community, now is working for Scopely. I think that's I think that is not a bad thing for the community to have somebody that was a player first on the inside now. Changes to the Strike store. So if you're a spender, this is going to impact you. They replaced the UPC thing on the web store and they put a Strike store. It was kind of bad and they've upgraded it. Most notably is now there's Crimson Gear. So this is a good change, I guess, for spenders. Side note, we've got 10x Dark promos running right now, and that's going to be in effect until in-game Thanos coming to the game this upcoming Friday. And lastly, this is also a pretty good change. This particular store, I feel like I have, well, look at that, almost an unusable amount of ions. And so, you know, now you can buy them in lots of 20, which is great. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching. Keep on gaming. Bye for now.